Hello and welcome to today's video, which is all about, drumroll, Iceland. Now we just returned from our trip to Iceland and we had an amazing time, and here are top reasons why you have to visit Iceland. Okay, so the first reason why you have to visit Iceland is definitely the Blue Lagoon. That's all I have to say about it.
What did you like about the Blue Lagoon?
I loved about the Blue Lagoon that it was really hot, and it doesn't matter how cold it is outside. It could even, it could snow. It would probably even better if it snowed. It wasn't even that cold outside, but I really enjoyed how warm the water was, how steamy it was, the face mask. It wasn't too crowded, and I just had a great time.
The temperature outside and inside worked really well. Sometimes you go into spas, like we went to a lot in Budapest, and although we really liked them, the water was actually too hot. It was like 40 degrees and you sort of get in and it's really nice, but then after about 3 minutes you think, oh, I'm like a lobster.
What?
But it was, I don't know, I think it was maybe 36 degrees, which worked really well. And then the outside temperature, the temperature of Iceland, I thought that was going to be too cold, but it was good. So it was maybe about 12 degrees, 10 degrees, this is Celsius. And I also was a bit worried that the Blue Lagoon would be quite touristy and kind of a tourist trap, because I don't know, everybody goes there and it is for tourists really, I think. I don't think any locals go there, but we still it wasn't like that at all. We really enjoyed it and I'm really glad we went there. It was one of my favourite bits of the whole trip. Definitely, I would go back there just to go to the Blue Lagoon, and there's even a hotel right by the lagoon, which we didn't stay. I didn't even know about this, but you can check out more about this in the description. There's a link to the hotel. I would definitely, even though we never stayed there, I would recommend staying there, because when we got out of the pool we were really relaxed, and then we were like, oh, we have to drive for like 40 minutes to our hotel now, and I'm too relaxed. Yeah, it would have been better to stay somewhere close, especially that close, so you can just, just roll out of the pool into your bed. That would have been good. We'll do that next time. Definitely. Next. Okay, number 2, our second reason for you to visit Iceland is Reykjavik, the capital. Again, this is something we really enjoyed. This is the only city, is it? I don't know if it's the only city in Iceland, but it's the only one we went to, so... Clearly we're experts. It was an amazing place. I really enjoyed Reykjavik. Really clean, really safe, really... Everybody was really nice, really empty. There were lots of kind of touristy shops with like polar bears, and so that was fun to look in. What else? Everybody was really friendly. I was quite surprised about that. What else? That's all great, yeah. I mean, the only thing that wasn't so great in Reykjavik and the rest of Iceland was the prices of pretty much everything. But apart from that, it was really great. The colours were great, the artwork in Reykjavik was really great. There's some amazing artwork, and again, it was sunny, so we had a great time. Nice. The church was really nice as well. The name, House something. Yes. Yeah, we saw a cat tied up on a lead. That was a bit weird. Yeah, the prices though, I think, like, we were prepared for it to be really expensive, but we think it's worth it. So some countries you go to, the prices will be really high and you don't really get what you pay for, and in others the prices will be really low and you get more than you pay for. I don't know, in Iceland it was worth it, you've come a long way. They don't really, I think pretty much everything they import, I think they grow some things, but in terms of prices, we bought a ready-made sandwich from a supermarket, and here in England it'd probably be about £3 maximum, and that would be an expensive sandwich. Yes. There it was £10. It was a good sandwich though. It was really good, yeah, but it was really pricey. But yeah, I think when you go to Iceland, because you're going, you just have to ignore how much things are. You just go with, save up or be really rich, and then just go and just don't look at the prices, don't convert it, just think, I want that sandwich, I'm gonna get it, I don't care. Okay, the next point is the Golden Circle, which is a route that you can drive, and we took the route and it was incredible. It was raining, it was sunny, it was windy, everything happened at once. We had to stop a million times to take photos and just view the landscape, which was incredible. We saw some volcanoes, we saw volcano ash, we saw some... We saw volcano ash? Yeah, dried volcano ash. What's that called? The ground. The ground, yeah. The ground. Well, the ground is black. Yeah, the ground is black. It's black. Sounds boring, but it was so interesting. And we saw some craters, not craters, what do you call them? Craters, I guess, yeah. We saw some craters, which was pretty cool. I really would recommend driving. So, Tamara doesn't drive. I don't really like to drive. But we kind of decided we had to drive in Iceland because there are no trains in Iceland, there aren't really buses. You can take coach tours, but if you do that, you're stuck with a whole load of other people who are probably annoying. You can't stop when you like, you can't go where you like or do what you like when you want, and it was so much freedom having that car and just sort of driving along. Oh, look at that, let's stop and have a look, and that was just amazing. And you know, just having the radio out loud and seeing Iceland just kind of unfold in front of us like a picture, it was so picturesque, and I'm really glad that we drove. And thank you so much to my sister for navigating, because we couldn't have done that without you.
That was great, yeah. And thank you for Lagoon Car Rental for providing the car as well. Links in the description, guys, if you want to check them out.
We really recommend you go with them, because like I said, I was quite nervous about driving, and I'd heard all these horror stories about, yeah, they're gonna say that you made this scratch on the car and they're gonna charge you for this and that, and they were not like that at all. They were really nice, and you know, it was very obvious that I'm a newbie to hiring a car. I've never even owned a car.
They were very helpful, yeah. It's all good.
Yeah.
So yeah, take that route. Alright, on to the next point.
Wait, can I just say one more thing about car? Maybe we should do a whole video about this.
I have to cut this out,
okay,
yeah. What?
So, yeah, so obviously we recommend you drive around the Golden Circle route. We recommend you go Lagoon Car Rental, because there are lots of car companies you can go with, and we checked out a few. One of them had a ridiculous kind of, what's it called, deposit rate. It was like $2,000 for, and that's just, I don't think that's right. Another one wasn't, so the Lagoon Car Rental, who we went with, who were really great, they picked us up and dropped us back at the airport, and they have like their what do you call it, their offices are right next to both the big airport, the international one Keflavik, and the international one Reykjavik. Another one we looked at only had an office in Reykjavik, and they weren't going to take us to the airport, so we'd have kind of had to cut our trip early. So yeah, watch out for that.
Alright people, as if we didn't give you enough reasons to visit Iceland already, the next point is even more incredible. It's all these incredible geysers in Iceland, or geysers, however you pronounce them. Tell us in the comments, by the way, I have no idea.
So one of the big one, well, the big one that we saw on the Golden Circle route was called Strokka Geyser, and it's really cool because you walk along and there are a lot of little ones, and there's some hot water, and it's like 100 degrees, and then suddenly you turn around the corner and there's this massive one, and it goes off really regularly. It's about every 5 to 8 minutes, and everyone's like ooh and ah, and it's really big.
Alright, on to the next point.
Number 5, Gullfoss Waterfall. And this is basically a massive waterfall. Again, it's on the your head was like going off the page.
Sorry, yeah, that waterfall was incredible. Again, it was sunny, so we were so lucky.
I think this was my favourite part of the whole trip.
It was Laura's favourite part of the whole trip. It was definitely one of my favourite parts. And apparently, if you go there in wintertime, you can see the northern lights, is what I discovered.
And it's frozen.
Afterwards, and it's frozen, yeah.
It was massive. Like, I've never seen such a big waterfall. And it's also where they filmed Prometheus, if you're into that film.
Yeah,
never mind.
Actually, I remember that now, and it does look like Iceland now. That makes sense. Anyways, it was really cool to visit. Again, it wasn't too busy. It was easy to find.
It was very busy, but it's so big that it's not like you're crammed.
I mean, we've been to countries where it was really packed.
Yeah,
so compared to that, it wasn't. I mean, for Iceland, it was sort of busy, but it was still enough space to just walk around and take photos and everything, and it was still worth seeing.
I really liked it.
Impressive.
It was really very cool.
Next.
Number 6.
Number 6. Okay, so at the beginning of the video we already told you about the Blue Lagoon, which is this amazing spa and bar and whatnot, and hotel nearby. But there are more amazing spas and baths to check out. So one of them is called Fontana, and again there's a link in the description below if you want to check that out. We've been there, we've made an entire video about this. You can watch our Iceland playlist right now to get to know more about that. But basically we've been there, and we definitely think it's worth going as well. You will probably find it's far less crowded than the Blue Lagoon. It was really empty. There's actually an entire, what is it, a lake?
Yeah.
There's an entire lake actually that you can, I think it's a lake too, that you can go in.
Yeah.
Which will be freezing cold, but you can go into the sauna first, get, you know, all steamed up and hot, and then you can run to the lake and get all cooled up again, and then you can check out the other hot baths.
Yeah.
Which was really fun to do.
It was so different from the Blue Lagoon. It was kind of I mean, they were both spas, but that's where their similarities ended. They were completely different. And for me, what I really liked about it was that you could go into the lake, so it was open and you could get out of the really hot pools, run into the really cold lake, and then back into the hot pools. And I don't know, that again, it reminded me a little bit of Budapest, where we kind of went in hot and cold, and it's good for your circulation and very Icelandic. The only thing I say about that place is, in all Icelandic spas, they want you to take off everything and have a shower, so you can't just have a shower in your bathing suit, you have to strip off completely. And in the Blue Lagoon this was fine, as they had individual stalls, whereas in Fontana, not only was it all open so everybody could see everything, there was also someone waiting to, like a guard, to make sure that you did it. Like,
that was the same in the men's changing room, so there were no individual showers, it was kind of like a group shower, but there were no members of staff standing around to make sure you actually take off all your clothes. And I don't think I'm pretty sure I didn't even take off any clothes, really. I just, you know, yeah.
Just be aware of it. I'm sure they're probably, because I think the Blue Lagoon used to do that, and then people complained and they bought in individual stalls, so. So another reason we loved Iceland was it was just full of so many interesting geographical things, and you just kind of stumble upon them. You know, obviously there's the geyser and the waterfall, like I told you about, they're really well known and blah blah blah. But you know, if you're just driving along, which again we highly recommend, you'll just stop and it'll be kind of inconspicuous lay-by, and then suddenly you'll look over and be like, oh my god, that's a lava tunnel. And so we did this, obviously, and we just pulled over and we saw this kind of like cave, and we looked in and it was a tunnel made by lava, and it was so big that we could stand in it.
So deep, yeah, it was crazy.
I was really impressed by that.
I was impressed too. I was a little scared.
Wow, lava made this. Like, lava was kind of lavering along, making holes. I think that's incredible.
Yeah, it was incredible. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe other people don't think that's cool, but let us know in the comments below.
Yeah.
Are we lava freaks? Are you a lava freak? So one of the things we were really, really impressed about in Iceland is they have no McDonald's.
How lucky are they?
Yeah, I think it's really impressive. They're one of the only countries, well, they're one of a few countries in the world, I don't know how many.
They're probably the only developed country, maybe, the only first world country who don't have a McDonald's, which we think is a good thing.
I think it's a really good thing, because McDonald's is evil.
Exactly.
I think they used to have a McDonald's and then they got rid of it, which I think is probably even harder than denying that McDonald's can go there. Yeah,
I mean, I have to say, all the Icelandic people do look incredibly healthy and fit.
Really good looking as well. Really tall, really blonde, really blue eyes. They're Vikings, aren't they?
Yeah, Vikings.
So another highlight of our trip was staying at the mini Borg Cottages, and again I think I've said that wrong, but there's a link in the description. And it was really ideally located because it was kind of like halfway around the Golden Circle route, and we didn't really know what to expect, and we were really impressed. The place was massive. I think you could fit about 9 people there.
It's huge.
It had a jacuzzi, it had a cute little restaurant on site, there was parking, there was amazing Wi-Fi. It was really warm, really great shower, fully equipped kitchen, like fully equipped, not just, yeah, we have a microwave. It was a proper everything, including a corkscrew. So yeah, and the people on reception were really, really nice as well.
Good. Yeah, we checked in early, it was easy to find, and they were really helpful, and we're really happy that we stayed there.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so our final point, and what we loved the most about Iceland, was that it was just like no other place we'd ever been to. We like to think we're kind of like well travelled, and obviously we haven't travelled as much as some people, but so yeah, it's like no other place we've been to before, and we count ourselves lucky that we've been to quite a few countries, especially this year.
Yeah.
But Iceland is just like no other place. You kind of, sometimes when you're in Europe, you look around and you think, oh, which country am I in? Because they kind of all look a little bit the same. Yeah. Iceland isn't like that. It's got this beautiful black soil, like fertile lava soil, lava again, and it's incredible. It really is. I was worried it'd be really cold, and it was cold, but it was bearable. It wasn't as cold as Finland.
Mainly the wind. It wasn't that cold. I mean,
it was like England in December.
Just be prepared.
It was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it did rain, but it was kind of rain, sunshine. So we got a really good kind of mix of that. People were lovely, and yeah, so basically it just looks like nowhere else. There's all this green moss everywhere, unless it's snowing, and all these cool geography things. But yeah, hands down, it's one of the most amazing places we've ever been to, and I wouldn't hesitate to recommend it to anyone.
And that's the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Tell us in the comments below, have you already been to Iceland? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Tell us in the comments. Or if you haven't been, would you consider going? And if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe, leave this video a thumbs up, and check back tomorrow for a new video. Bye!